Hi everyone, welcome to Spitfire Issue 11 tonight. My co-host is...
Hello everybody! Welcome to Adrian's live stream of issue 11 of the Spitfire.
And let's go for Georgie.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Spitfire show. Going to be a hard one tonight, I think, but enjoyable.
Yes. We'll see how it goes. And the final one, Dave.
Good evening.
Davis.
Good evening, everybody. Yeah, I'm here again tonight, and we're on issue 11 of Build the Mark 1 Spitfire. So let's crack on and get some building done, eh?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, George, Dave, do you want to do comments?
All right. Okay. I'll get my mouse to work. Where's my mouse not working on the comments? Right, Mark Mods. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all well and safe. Robert Milne, hi, everyone. P40F20. Adrian.
Hi, Robert.
Adrian, after you go through the parts check, follow the instructions in the magazine through steps 2. Do not do step 3.
All right.
The hobby show. Hello, everybody.
Hello, I'll be sure.
P40F20. Take parts 11.
Right, can we jump through P40's guidance about the steps? Let's go through the, and when we get to those, we can go back to them, can't we?
Yorkshire Cracker. Hi, everyone. Warren James. Hi, all. And Daniel. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, we've got some lovely guidance instructions from P40F20 tonight. Thank you ever so much for that, P40F20. And I think we're going to need them.
Yeah.
And we've been obviously reading them pre-sure. So hopefully Adrian's taken that on board. We're working through the instructions through the PDF file, and we'll go through the parts check as normal. And then, well, as we start building, we'll refer back to your instructions, if we may, P40F20, because it sounds like, you know, you're giving us some really good instruction to do the first few steps, what's necessary to get these pipes in order. So I believe it's going to be me and Mark that's reading out the instructions tonight. I think I'm going first. Adrian's always building. He's building tonight, so Adrian will be building, and then we'll be referring back to the garden steps by P40F20 as we go along. So, Adrian, are you ready for a parts check?
Yes.
Okay, well, we're working on the oil pipes and the nose frame. So that's in obviously issue 11 of Build the Mark 1A Spitfire. The parts list checklist are 11.1 is an oil pipe.
Yeah, no, there it is.
Okay. Okay, and 11.2 is end of oil pipe.
It looks going to be a very small piece to deal with.
Yeah. Now, has that? Oh, yes, it has got a little hole right in the middle of that round bit that's in the center, hasn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Really good. And 11.3 frame with oil pipe connectors.
Here we go.
Yeah.
They're not straight order. They're slightly jumbled up.
Aha. Right. 11.5 copper pipe. No, sorry, 11.4 pipe connections. 11.4 is pipe connections.
Yes, that's going to be fun trying to put on.
Yeah, that looks like it is going to be fun. It looks very delicate.
Yes.
Very delicate indeed. So 11.5 is copper pipe.
Well, not knowing exactly which both are.
Okay. 11.6
There's
is
the
a
other
copper
one.
pipe. Yeah, 11.6 is a copper pipe.
Yeah, that looks like the 11.5.
Yeah, it's got a more of a
11.6.
yeah. 11.5's
Yeah,
got more of a
more of a-
crank on it,
Yes.
more of a bend on it. Yeah. So 11.7 is the front frame right. 11.7. Front frame right.
Right. One of these two. So it could be.
I would have said. I would have
I
said.
reckon it's that one there.
Let's have a look. 11.7. Might be the other way around. Let's have a look.
I reckon it could be that one.
I reckon it could be, yes. Yeah. 11.7. And 11.8 is another one. It's a rear frame.
Oh, hang on. 11.8. Oh, gosh. They've done it that way around, have they?
Yeah, they've gone back on themselves, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like an upside down N.
Right. It's that one there. These two you can identify.
Yeah.
It is that one there.
Yes, it is, yeah. Yeah. And then 11.9 is a front frame left.
That is that one.
Yep. And 11.10 is a rear frame, which is the other one, like an N. Yes.
That one there. You can tell because that's got a joint onto that one.
Yes, it has. Yes. That's correct. And then we've got 11.11. I think it's a bracket.
Yes.
It's a bracket. And what we've got to point out at this stage is 11.11 and 11.12 aren't actually in the magazine in this order. They are in a correction sheet in the magazine. So please look in the correction sheet for the correct parts that are missing from the instructions as they are in the magazine. You have a correction sheet which goes into the magazine, and you get 11.11, which is this bracket, and 11.12, which is 3 km 2 times 6 millimeter screws and 1 spare.
Oh, I've only got 2.
Oh, right. It says 3 km 2 times 6 millimeter screws and 1 spare. These parts are attached to the back of the blister pack, it says.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then it says a tip before we get into the building. It says read through the steps 1 to 10 before starting the assembly. You will need tweezers to manipulate small parts. And then I think we're going to have to refer back to P40F20's instructions. I'm going to ask Mark to help me out here.
Okay.
With
so
these instructions.
First one is, so Adrian, after you go through a parts check, follow the instructions in the magazine through step 2. Do not do step 3.
Okay, so we'll do step 1 then.
Step 1 and step 2. Do not do step 3.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. So when you're ready, Adrian, we'll begin.
Okay.
Okay. It says, take the frame 11.3, check the numbering of the pipe sections, note the way that the pipes are attached to the rings, cut pipe 1 from the frame, ensuring that you include the end connections. Cut where the dotted line is, use a sharp craft knife to cut through the ring on the side opposite to where the pipes are attached below. Does that make sense, Adrian?
Yeah, I had something. I'm just trying to find it. What I've done with it.
Okay.
You know, you have it handy. The next moment you forget where you put it down.
It's always the case. Usually,
Yeah.
with me, it's right in front of me.
Yeah, I was using it earlier, and I'm thinking I'm gonna need those. Oh gosh. It's just this moment I think, oh yeah, I need them. Where did I put them down? I was using them earlier. Oh well, I'm gonna have to use something else.
Usually in the unexpected place it will be.
Yes.
And then when you're clearing up, you find it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to read them instructions again, Adrian?
Right, I'm going to cut off number 1 and deal with number 1 and put it onto the pipe if that's the next step, basically, to deal with.
Yeah, it says cut pipe 1 from the frame, ensuring that you include the end connections, cut where the dotted line is. Use a sharp craft knife to cut through the ring on the side opposite to where the pipes are attached below. Mm-hmm. Steady, Eddie.
Is that all the way gone through? I don't know. Guess. Right, okay.
You've got it, have you?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, before I cut, I'd rather like to try and assemble this one onto the pipe, if that's the next instructions, basically.
Right. Okay. Well, that is the next instructions in step 2. Okay. The next instruction then in step 2 is wrap the open side of the ring of part 1 around the first indent in pipe 11.1. Ensure that the pipes of part 1 lie along the upper side of the pipe 11.1 as shown. Note the angle of the pipe. See also step 4. Use tweezers to squeeze the cut edges of the ring on pipe 1 together again. One by one, cut the remaining pipe sections 2 to 6 from the frame 11.3 and wrap them around the indents on pipe 11.1 in the order shown, with the fine pipes running along the top of part 11.1. In the tip it says, read it. Oh, goodness me. My instructions nearly disappeared then. In the tip it says to ensure the fine pipes 1 to 6 are at the right angle and don't get in the way when fitting the fine ends, you may find it easier to fit pipe 11.1 to the top of the engine first. See steps 4 and 5. Then fit parts from frame 11.3 one at a time and fix each of the ends of the fine pipes on each part as described in steps 6 to 9 before fitting the next one.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna actually go backwards because yes, I'm thinking yes.
So I'm thinking
So
at
I'm
this
actually
point, I'm sort of thinking at this point that we should go back to P40's second comment, which was this one, Mark, was it?
Yeah, that one.
If you want to read that,
Yeah,
and then
okay. So take part 11-2 and glue it into the recess in the top of the engine. Then place, but do not glue, the pipe 11.01 into the hole in 11.02.
so it means
that's
sorry, I don't
11,
understand what he's trying to say. Yeah, I know it's that part there.
that part there, yeah. Needs to go in the top of the engine.
Does he mean to cut that off and glue it onto the engine, or cut it on the or glue it onto the pipe?
Glue it on the engine.
Glue it into the recess in the top of the engine.
And then put the pipe in it, but do not glue it in yet. So it's loose.
Right. Okay. He wants me to do it that way around.
Yeah. Oh, he's put a second comment on, and he's put all the silver pipes on 11.1 first.
Right. He says glue that.
No.
Well, to me, I'd rather like glue that piece onto the black piece, then cut that off. That's why I'm thinking of doing it.
Don't do that yet, because you'll not get the silver pipes on.
Yeah, but I'm going to get the silver pipes on. But that's my opinion. Is actually.
Well, as we always say, Adrian, do what you think you need to do best.
God, these are going to be fun.
They're very tiny, aren't they?
Yes. You know, I'd rather if they had it molded all as one piece and basically you colour them.
Yeah.
Right, that's 6. I need to find number 5.
Yeah, I mean, even that 11-2 is very, very tiny.
Yes.
Because it's only the centre bit, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and my good lady wife says it sounds like we're all holding our breath.
I am.
Yeah, we are. So
Yeah. I'm waiting for the cops to redo it again.
we're all willing Adrian along here.
And if you've got magnifying glasses, use them.
Yeah, gonna need it, definitely a magnifying glass to do this, guys. Especially with these very tiny small pipes. Getting them in the correct order, and then that very tiny small end piece, putting that off and popping it on and everything, and then fitting it to the engine. You know, getting it in the correct place. Test fitting before you glue it, of course.
Just thinking, Dave. I think Christy might let you do this this job on your Spitfire.
I reckon so. Yeah. Yeah, I reckon so. So either that, or I'll wait for my son to come one night and let him do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All through you build it.
Yeah.
Good steady hand to get there, man.
Yeah, that's it. Fantastic detail, though. Absolutely fabulous detail. It kind of makes me wish it was bigger, you know, so that the detail was better.
Thing is, with
God,
the you do make a slight mistake with it being small. It's probably easy hidden.
Yeah.
I've got mine on. I know where my mistake is, and I don't like it. That's why I'm changing it.
Yeah.
Also, I just left it, but because my pipe snapped, you know, the black pipe,
Yeah.
that snapped, so it's making it. You can see where I've had to put a blob of glue on to hold it, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pipes and all that are okay. It's just that bit there.
Oh,
What? Oh no.
Oh, he broke one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I sliced right through it.
Oh no.
Is it possible you could glue it, Adrian?
It'll lose its elasticity over the car, I want to see it.
Elasticity.
Yeah, some pipes have got to be put into places, haven't they? They've got to be bent.
Yeah.
Because they're like a rubber, aren't they?
Yes.
I don't know what to say.
And nice time to try and leave that one out and try and put one onto a later date.
You'll be pushing it because it probably has to go under another pipe and all that.
Right. Okay.
Unless I leave some of it out, we could see how far we could go.
Which one is it, you know?
It was number 3.
Number 3 is that one.
All right. Okay. So
No, number 3 has to be positioned into place.
yeah.
The number 4 goes over the top, doesn't it? Or does it go under number 2 or something like that? What the instructions? I'm not looking at the instructions, I'm just trying to think of.
And it's nearly all them pipes in this issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you could stop work on the engine until you get a replacement part, Adrian, and continue with steps from 13 to 14.
Yeah.
Which is possible. Yeah, which is.
Then do your issue 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, until you get some more replacement parts.
Yes. Right. Okay.
And revisit 11 at a different day.
Well, I'm going to put number 2 on.
The only thing I suggest, Adrian, is finish putting the silver pipes on. Then we'll put the engine to one side. Then carry on from 13, 14, 15, because one of the corrections in that is quite difficult to get in, so it could take time. And then obviously issue 12 isn't a long issue, so you could finish off the engine when you do issue 12. So do like an issue 11 continued, and then do issue 12.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or basically, well, I could do issue 12 basically, because I have time now, won't I? Because I'm leaving and do a continuation of issue 11 to complete this one off. Right. Okay.
So what do you want to do then, Adrian?
Right. What is the next step instead of doing the oil pipes then?
So from issue 13, sorry, it's step 13, we put that correction in under the motor, and then we put in the bits, the engine framework. Yeah.
Why don't
That's 11.
we do step 10, or do you think it'd be better off getting that out of the way, or leave that?
I would leave that. I would leave that and get a replacement issue.
Right. Okay.
Only because I think you'd be better with, doing it in order with it being a how-to build, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Which means you're going to be like me, Adrian. You won't be able to do issue 13. Well, you'll be able to do issue 13, but not put it all together until you get 11 finished.
Mm.
But it makes you, because once you've done issue 13, it's literally putting everything away because you're starting on the cockpit. So I don't know when you'll go back to that. That's why I'm not in a hurry about it.
Well, I could actually then basically, well, next week I could basically, go and move on to the cockpit.
Yeah, which is issue 14.
Mm.
Yeah, and then come back to 11 at a later date.
11 and
Yes.
11 and 13 at a later date, because 13's putting the other green bits on. They won't look like N.
Yeah.
They get the back with bits on, putting the engine in, fixing it in, and then literally putting it away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if you can get an issue from Hachette ASAP, and then hopefully maybe next Friday we can continue with issue 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends how soon the issue comes through.
Yeah.
Well, I got told according to Hachette, that was stock.
Of issue 11?
Yes.
Oh, goodness sake.
My son's order on issue 9 and 11 for me. That was stock, but they said they'll try and get him out with his next lot of issues. So they must be hoping for stock to come in soon.
Ah, right. Okay.
Dave,
Yeah.
could you post your issue 11 to Adrian?
I could, yeah.
And then he'd have it for his next
Yeah.
show on Friday.
Yeah, I could, yeah.
If you could post it to Adrian, and then Adrian's got it, and then when Adrian gets a replacement, he can post it back onto you.
Yeah. Yeah,
What do you think for that, Adrian?
Guess that'd be perfect.
Right.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Well,
relief.
It probably won't get there till, it'll probably get there sort of Wednesday, won't it?
Yeah. Well, if he's got it for next Friday, then he can continue, can't he, with issue 11?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just thought that because I know you've started it, but you're not up that far ahead yet, are you, Dave?
Not that far, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would send in mine, but we're doing the Spitfire show.
Yeah.
I don't want the risk of them not being in stock when it comes to do issue 11.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Oh.
So, do you want to do issue 12 then, Adrian, tonight?
I think we're going to carry on from 13. Yeah. Stage 13.
Stage 13, and we do issue 12.
Right.
Okay. So you're going to take over from here then, Mark, and do?
Yeah, I can. Awful when it happens.
Yeah.
I really do feel for him. So, step 13 is take the nose assembly from issue 5, remove the 2 screws holding the motor housing 201 and 202 to the fuselage 301. So, which I know you're on with now. Sorry, I'm really upset for Adrian. I can't believe that happened to him.
Actually, before I move any, sorry, I've got to undo the cable because I left my cable tied up.
Right.
Like with a plug on the end of the cable, it might get caught or something, and if you give it a yank, it will then pulling out the motor. So
yeah,
I back looped the cable,
right,
kept it tied up. So
okay,
to position the cable, I need to untie the cable.
Right.
Where we're up to on the chat?
Dano, the next chat thing is this.
The hobby show. All right. P40F20 for anyone interested. Port 1108 through 1110 should be repainted with Rumble 78. That's if people want to paint it. The other parts from P40F20, it's not really worth reading out since we're not doing the exhaust, except the last one where he says bummer.
Yeah.
Okay, so step 14, Adrian. Take the bracket 1111 and align the 2 screw holes with the holes in part 201 and 202. The arm of the bracket, blue arrow, should be at the top. The cable from the motor goes through the loop created by the bracket.
Basically, the K was behind the bracket sort of thing.
Goes underneath.
Another one in the chat, Dave.
Yeah. Paint with Penny. I literally here for 3 minutes. Just wanted to say good luck with the build, and I look forward to watching it in the morning.
You're a bit late with that, Penny.
It's already gone a bit south.
Yeah, it went a bit south. You had some bad luck on a very tiny small pipe, so we're going to have to redo issue 11 of Build the Spitfire. I'm afraid, Penny, but I'm going to send him my copy, so hopefully he'll have it for next Friday.
That bracket sort of pushes your wire down, so it's running down the side.
Ouch.
Okay.
I don't know why they didn't give us this bracket in the next issue sort of thing. Give that issue a little more things to do.
So 15 then is fix the bracket 1111 in place with 2 km 2x6mm screws. Ensure that the cable from the motor runs between the fuselage and part 205 blue arrow.
Which I have done so. I'm glad we don't have to undo the other 2 screws.
No, because you don't get them.
Yeah, there's no way you can undo those.
Okay. So you ready to move on to step 16, Adrian?
Yes.
Okay, so by studying the diagrams, carefully identify parts 1109 and 1107. Note the position of the peg to the right and the tab circled above at the left hand of the part 1109 when it is in the orientation shown above. Loosen the screw that holds part 205 in place to make it easier to fit part 1109. Fit the peg on the lower end of part 1109 into the socket in part 205, top right. Check that the tab on the other end of the part 1109 is aligned with the socket on the side of the motor housing, part G from frame 606. As you push the top bar of part 1109 into the socket at the top of part 205, middle right, the tab on the other end of part 1109 fits into place lower right. You will need to fit part 1107 at the same time. See step 17.
Oh my goodness. Instruction overload.
Oh my word.
That's all shit, isn't it? Just put that into there and stick that into there and get that there at the same time.
Right, tell you find which is which. This one here, there goes an angle, and that is a slight angle going that way.
Yeah.
Right.
So I reckon that's the hand one. And this one here is the right hand one.
Yes.
Yes.
And to be honest, there's no identifying marks which could be which. Hopefully that is the correct way around.
Yes, looking at mine.
Yeah, because they've got detail inside the bracket. I think, why couldn't they just left detail outside? No detail. Right. And they just basically get pushed into face and it's been held together.
I suppose that I need.
Golly gosh.
I found when I done mine, I had to, once I got it onto them, that other piece I had to hold them until it dried. On the jumped up.
How are you finding the build, Dave? Are you finding you're struggling with it, or are you managing with it pretty well?
I'm managing it was just that issue 11.
Yeah.
That's why I'm having to revisit it. It's a nice build, as I say. The engines, as I say, I've modded my engine a bit because I've done some painting on it. But
Yeah.
issue 11 was just that thing in the backside.
Yeah.
Like Adrian, I snapped apart. But the part I snapped was the long plastic thing.
Yeah, the long black one.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I could, you know, if I could not get part 11, if I could not get part 11, and I could live with it because the engine is going to be covered.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to really look at it to see where I've made the joint.
well, if you got to wait for an issue, when I get a replay Dave's issue, what I could do is I could send you the black pipe from the other issue. I would just send you the one now, but as I got all those silver ones in order.
Mm-hmm. It would mean trying to get the silver ones out off, then put
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Then getting them back in.
Yeah.
Once I pop them off the old pipe, they might jump all over the shop and not go back in the right way.
Yeah. These things are sent to triers, Adrian, don't worry.
It's part of modelling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just dread the conversation Adrian's going to have with Hachette on Monday. It's going to be, have you been live building at the weekend, Adrian? Yes, I have, and a part broke. And I'm not too happy.
I don't know why they could maybe already slit in them, sort of thing. You know, a fine slit.
Yeah.
Right.
Truth is, when I look
They're
at,
in. I'm glad we don't have to glue those in. It would be fun trying to glue those in.
Yeah.
truth is, when I look at mine, it doesn't even look that bad. Especially since I've dirtied it a lot.
So, step 17, which you've done, Adrian, is fit the second frame 1107 into place in the same way between part 205 and the right-hand side of the motor housing. When both sides are fitted, tighten the screw holding part 205 in place. and that is completed work. Oil pipes have been fitted to the engine, not really, and frames have been added to the nose. The parts shown below will be used in future issues, so store them carefully. And coming in issue 12, your next set of parts, a battery box, a circuit board are supplied so that you can test the propeller motor. We also supply a panel that will support the engine.
Excellent.
Right. Oh, come on, get back in there, thank you. Oh, we need a mountain mount. Right, I need to put the side panels back again because the way I store my pillar, because I keep the sides on and I mount it up like so. Because not like some people, they're actually resting in like so, and someone's actually broken off a pillar off.
Yeah.
And taking it apart, it means like probably a couple of other issues they'll need to do the job with. Right. So I'm just going to put some parts back in here.
I'm just looking at my engine now. Really, I could get away with it.
Could you, I was going to say there, could you paint where you've glued it? You know, some.
Yeah, well, I'm putting a black wash on it to make it so it looks a little bit dirty. And I think once I put that black wash in, it's going to hate anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you say you've glued the black pipe, haven't you?
Well, when I look at it, it doesn't look too bad. It actually looks pretty well good. Bit of black wash on there, and I think I'll get away with it.
Okay.
So I might actually not need them issues.
So do you want me to go through a parts checklist then?
What did I part? I didn't. Oh, here we go. Yes. Well, I think it's roughly pretty simple.
Okay.
Adrian, do you want me to share the instructions?
I'm okay. I've got them handy.
Right.
I
okay.
basically pass on to you just in case if I have technical difficulties. My end.
Right. Okay. I just thought I'd get them ready in case you weren't ready, but you're always ready. So
340 F20 Hachette should have made the prop removable. Totally agree.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. Yeah.
I think once we get that engine and all, it's finding somewhere to store it safe because I think it's going to be stored away for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or create each time they gave us a little framework piece, basically, right, okay, you'll need this later. And then like, okay, here's all the bits, you assemble them. Now you can stand the engine prop while you wait for.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what they've done with the Bismarck. They've given you like a thing so as you're building parts, it's not lying, it's on starting to build a stand for it.
On a stand, yeah. Okay then, Adrian. So this is issue 12 of the classic Spitfire Mark 1A, testing the propeller and fitting a panel. So here's the parts checklist. 12.1 engine bearer.
Yeah, and that is metal.
Yeah. Good chunk of metal that one is, isn't it? 12.2 is the circuit board.
Yeah, that is that piece.
12.3 is the battery box.
Right.
And that's the big black box in the center of the screen.
Yeah, I'm just actually checking something else at the moment, just quickly.
Okay. And 12.4 is 4 2x4mm PM screws and 1 spare.
Yes, they are.
And there's a note there saying you'll need 3 AA batteries.
Right. This is going to be a very quick issue.
Okay.
Oh, guess what? I got another battery box here.
Oh.
And this is battery box from, well, Mark should know.
R2D2.
Goes beep beep.
Yes.
Does it?
Thank God. There's a little circuit board tester for it.
Still got mine.
Right.
Yep, I still got mine. Right.
So step 1 then, Adrian, is to open the battery box 12.3 by unscrewing the single screw and sliding the cover as indicated.
Well, there's a screw there. And as I said, what's the point opening this one up when I've already got one with some batteries in?
Step 2 then is fit 3 AA batteries into the battery box as shown. Replace the cover and screw. Check that the switch on the battery box is off below. And then step 3 is take the assembly from issue 11, which has a cable coming from the motor to 4 behind the propeller. Identify the socket for the motor connection on the circuit board 12.2 labelled motor below and plug in the connection for the motor 2.4. Note that the connection only fits into the socket one way up.
Yes.
Okay, as indicated. And then step 4 says double check that the battery box is switched off. Identify the socket for the motor connection on the circuit board 12.2 labelled power and plug into the connection of the battery box 12.3 below. Note that the connection only fits in the socket one way.
Yes.
Okay. Then it
I
says,
have not pushed the other connection for the motor in so far.
okay,
Like these connections, it's as Mark would say, once you push them all the way in, they're very hard to get them back out again.
Yeah.
People yet trying to see that it's difficult to pull the motor wire connector back out of the circuit board.
yeah.
Yeah, so I've only pushed it in halfway. I don't know if it work if I turn the power on or not. I'll soon see. I might have to push the plug in a bit more.
Well, step 5 is hold the nose assembly so that the propeller is clear of work surface and of any other obstacles, including your hand. Turn the switch on the power battery box to on. Check that the propeller rotates. It will start slowly and speed up. Seen from the point of view of the pilot, the propeller rotates clockwise.
Hang on. Yeah, that is right, right?
Yeah. Oh, it even sounds like a Spitfire. Wow.
Well, I'd rather hold on to it while I was actually turning it on because I didn't fancy it flying off into the camera.
No. So it says, note, after testing, the propeller is working. Turn the switch on the battery box to off, disconnect the cables from the circuit board, and store the battery box and circuit board carefully until needed again.
Can I just say something about these circuit boards? To protect that circuit board, go onto the eBay or anything and get some anti-static bags.
Anti-static bag.
Yes, because
Yeah.
static can kill a circuit board. If
Right.
you put it in an anti-static bag, it will protect that circuit board.
Right.
I always keep, when I buy like computer components or something like that, I always keep the bags so that I can put circuit boards in them.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so if you want to carry on from step 6, if you can, Mark, I don't know you've got the instructions.
I haven't got the instructions on me.
Okay, okay. It's okay, mate. Well, I'll carry on from step 6 then, if Adrian wants to.
Guess.
You might as well finish step issue 12, haven't you?
Guess.
Okay. So before we go on to step 6, it says, note, in the following instructions, the cable that is connected to the propeller motor is not shown. This makes it easier to see the structure of the nose part. So, step 6, fit the engine bearer 12.1 onto the fuselage part 3.1 at the back of the nose assembly as shown left and above.
Well, I moved the instructions basically to fit it all on the screen, so that's why.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, that's super fan. Okay, and then it says in step 7, holding the part 12.1 in place, carefully turn the assembly over, fix in place with 3 2x4mm PM screws, 12.4. They go through the fuselage 3.1 into the sockets in part 12.1. Do you want to bring up the chat, Dave?
Next is part 1201 should we also be repeated with the Humble 78. That's what people have want to do, repeat.
Yeah, I'm not doing on mine.
I've decided with the cockpit area I'm not, because it's too much written stuff on the stuff, and I haven't got no way of replacing it.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Replacing all the small decal work.
Legal lettering.
Yeah.
So with the engine bay, I'm not bothered. I've painted it, but it's pretty. It all looks pretty dirty in anyway with the weathering. So the weathering would have darkened that colour up in anyway.
Yeah.
So, but I thought when I took the cockpit, no. I've looked at it and other people's doing, and I said, if there's any writing on them parts I've painted, I've got no way of replacing that.
Yeah.
Right, those 3 screws are done up tightly.
Excellent. Okay, so that's the completed work then, Adrian. The propeller motor has been tested and the panel has been fitted that will support the engine. Store the assembly carefully until it is needed.
Yes.
And coming in issue 13 is your next set of parts are the fireproof bulkhead and piping details.
Warren James, well done, Adrian, a good stream.
Right, okay. Yes, so I'm just finding where to sit it somewhere.
I've got a little thing where I've got it on and it sits up and keeps the propellers up.
You got any trouble? You got to step in yourself? What you got?
14.
14.
Probably pick them up Tuesday.
Okay,
Go and dig down.
Right.
And we're back. And we're back.
Yeah.
So I should, well, right, the next issue parts basically.
Yeah.
So I should have shown that while I was changing the camera angle.
Oh, you're all right. So that's the fireproof bulkhead and piping details for issue 13.
Yes, which you'll find I can't do until I finish off issue 11 completely.
No, because you need issue 11. Fit it in.
Yeah.
Engine will fit it in before you put that on.
Yeah. Do you just want the part sending, Adrian, without the magazine?
Yeah, just yes. It's,
Okay.
well, I got the magazine.
Yeah.
Gutting when
Well,
that happens.
Yes.
It's not a problem. It just means we'll have to revisit, but it's not a big problem. It's all in our capabilities.
It's all part of modelling, isn't it?
And it's all part of modelling.
This is a good thing about if somebody who's building it is behind and you know the behind, you can say, "Could I borrow your parts, please, so I can complete that issue?" And then I'll send you one once I get mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's handy to have somebody like that.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got some information on batteries.
Right.
Okay.
This is going to be good for the root master. If you want your root master mains, it's
Okay.
I've seen it on Facebook. It's a mains battery replacer eliminator AA adapter charger electronics device.
Oh.
Now I've blown up the picture, and that's what it looks like.
Go full screen and then we'll be able to see it. Ah, right.
Now, what it means, if you fit it on the bus, and it probably won't bother you if it's on display, you probably have to have the back panel that's got the 4 that's going to be magnetic on.
Yeah.
You probably have to have that off because that's coming out, unless there's a way of modding. But I don't know. So, but it would be ideal if you've got it in display, or a display in the house, and you've got the back against the wall, would make the odds. Then you could, if you're taking your model on display to a show, you'd be just putting your ordinary batteries in and you'd put that panel on.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, it'd be nice to have it on display, but them flashing indicators is going to do my head in. I'd only have to have them on when it's Christmas.
To be honest, honestly, I thought that, but once you put them little orange things on, it actually dims them down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now that's or you get that on Amazon for $11.99.
Right.
That
Oh,
will,
that's not bad.
that does double ears. It does the you get a set for double ears, so if you want to use it in something else,
Yeah.
or you could use it in your triple ears.
Right.
So
Okay. Have you got a link you can share to the Facebook group, or?
I wouldn't know how to do that. But I put it on the Facebook group, so somebody's done it.
Right.
Oh, right. Okay.
I just thought I would bring it to the attention if anybody didn't see it on the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Was
Okay.
that from Amazon?
Yes.
Right. If you click on a share link basically to one of us, then we can then put it onto the
Yeah.
Facebook group.
I'll go share. Go to Messenger. Right, I'll share it to you, Ian. Send. Right, I've sent it to you, Adrian.
Right. Oh. So, good stream tonight. Just shame about what happened.
Yeah. We can't help it, can we?
Right. Yes, I've got it.
I mean, P4F20
I'll
says,
organise that later.
Right.
yeah, P4F20, great show today. Shame about that silver pipe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to doing when I do it, I might have all them pipes cut off, ready, all done, not under the stress of live streaming, and I just have them ready to go because
Make sure you
or slice them all through, basically. Just kick them on the screw and then slice them all, because being put on the screw, it might be easy to hold. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm going to do that when it comes to mine, because I don't want that to happen.
No.
If you take them all off the screw, Mark, make sure you mark them.
Yes.
So you know.
Yeah.
I have all mine in order.
I just found I put them on the cutting mat and just put the knife in between and just went like that, and that was it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Dano, well done all.
Thank you, Dano. Just a bit deflated we are, but having said that, these things happen. So another week and we'll be back on it again. So
yeah, next Friday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a shame. So what's happening in YouTube land then for the next week?
Oh, YouTube. Sunday. Anything Saturday, anything Sunday?
Well, there might be a broadcast on Saturday of a show someone's already broadcast.
Oh.
On the hobby show.
Oh.
And I'm doing the Ferrari 40 on Sunday.
Okay.
Well, Monday we've got Chris Campton. He's doing 67 and 68.
Okay.
Of the Terminator.
Yeah.
Then I might do a broadcast at 7 o'clock on Tuesday.
Wow.
And I don't know what's going to happen Wednesday. I think someone will be someone else tuning on that night.
Wednesday it'll be the Root Master show, and it'll be on my channel on Wednesday night. So join me on Wednesday night for Root Master show at 8 o'clock.
Right,
I think it'll be all of us on that night.
Yeah,
I think we are. Yeah.
I think I've had an invite for that night.
Yes.
I think you might have had. Yeah.
Yes. Chat, Warren James, well done to the A team.
Thank you,
Warren.
Thank you.
Thank you, Warren.
And then yeah, be back to Friday, won't it? Hopefully, issue 11 continue. The return of issue 11.
The return, yeah, the return.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. That. The return of it. I thought you should call Friday's show.
Return of the issue 11.
Right. Thank you all for having me, and sorry about a small mistake.
What can you do? You know?
No, we can't do anything about it.
Yes.
So.
I was actually thinking of actually cutting those through off stream basically, but now I wish I'd done so. Like if I actually sliced through one of them, I could immediately say, sorry guys.
No, sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do the tank or the F40 or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well,
Right.
well, in good old Terminator fashion, we'll be back.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah.
Right. Who do I get to say goodbye first? I'm gonna go middle one.
Oh, me. Oh, right. Well, good night, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show. You know, these things happen, but we'll have a return of issue 11. Please subscribe to Adrian and these other two and myself when I get some more videos up. So good night.
Well, I'm gonna go anti-clockwise, so it'll be.
Oh, me. So goodbye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Adrian's channel and stream tonight. Give him a massive thumbs up because he's going to need it. He's going to need a bit of cheering up. So make sure you hit that like button for his show tonight. So good night from me.
And it's
Sorry, Dave. Someone had to be last.
Sorry, somebody has to be last. Good night from me. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks P40F20 for the invaluable advice, which we will take on board. And obviously we'll be back next week, and we'll try and sort it out next week. No problem at all. I've got it all ready here to send off to Adrian, so it's just a case of going to the post office in the morning, and job's a good one. So anyway, give Adrian a nice good thumbs up. In the description below here, you'll find everybody's channels. So you can join us on our channels if you haven't done so, and then obviously give Adrian a nice good thumbs up. So thanks and good night, and stay safe, everybody.
Thank you, Dave. Right, I'm just about to click on end broadcast. There we go.
Okay.
Goodbye all.
Bye.
Good night.